A poor girl is drinking water when a woman with a child approaches and gives sweets to the poor girl. The poor girl asks, "Why are you giving me these sweets?" The little boy says, "Today is my birthday, and my grandmother is giving sweets to everyone." The poor girl says, "May you live a long and healthy life." The woman says, "Give these sweets to your children to eat and have some yourself." The poor girl asks, "How much did these sweets cost?" The woman replies, "These sweets are very expensive. I bought them for 5,000 rupees. Why do you ask?" The poor girl says, "Just like that." Afterward, the woman leaves with the child. Then the poor girl thinks, "If I sell these sweets, I can get some money. I need money urgently." She then goes to a vegetable vendor and says, "You keep these sweets and give me the money." The woman's driver sees this and tells his employer, "The girl you gave the sweets to is trying to sell them to a vegetable vendor." The employer tells the driver, "Go and see what's happening there." The driver agrees and goes, hiding to listen to the conversation. The poor girl tells the vegetable vendor, "Keep these sweets. They are worth 5,000 rupees. Just give me 1,000. The vegetable vendor says, "I don't buy such expensive sweets. This is a vegetable shop after all." The poor girl says, "If the sweets seem too expensive, just give me 500 rupees. The vegetable vendor angrily says, "Get out of my shop." The poor girl becomes very distressed and leaves. The driver thinks, "She was selling the sweets for only 500 rupees. I'll go and tell the employer." He returns and tells the employer, "That girl was selling the sweets to the vegetable vendor for just 500 rupees. The employer says, "I gave her the sweets to eat, but these poor people are like this. No matter how much you help them, they don't understand. I will go and tell her." Then the employer goes and finds the poor girl sitting distressed in another place. The woman approaches her and says, "I gave you the sweets to eat. Why were you trying to sell them? Tell me." The poor girl says, "Selling them was a necessity for me." The woman asks, "What kind of necessity?" The poor girl replies, "My husband is no longer in this world, and I have 2 children who haven't eaten for 2 days. I tried to find a job, but no one gave me one. I earn a little by the roadside to feed my children. That's why I was trying to sell the sweets so I could get some money. The sweets would have been finished in a day or 2 anyway." The woman says, "If that was the case, you should have told me. I would have given you some money." The poor girl says, "I didn't know you, so I didn't ask for money." The woman says, "All right." Then she calls her driver and says, "Bring my bag." The driver brings the bag, and the woman opens it, takes out some money, and gives it to the poor girl, saying, "Buy some rations for your children." The poor girl says, "Thank you so much. You have helped me." Then the employer says, "My company is nearby. Go there. I will give you a job." The poor girl says, "Thank you very much. You have done me a great favor." The woman says, "It's nothing. Just come to work in the morning." The poor girl says, "Okay, I will come." The woman says, "All right, I am leaving now," and then leaves with the child and the driver. A like is deserved for this kind employer who helps the poor wholeheartedly.